shifty old card chart. Are you seeing the ocean now?
Oh, better. I've swum in the ocean.
And what do you think of it?
Oh, I like it. Very much. And I'm extremely glad I cheated. You'd better be nice to me. I'm the only friend you have here.
That's not true.
Well, you haven't seen anyone you recognize in 2 whole days.
Yes, I have. Nobody recognizes me. That's the difference. What are you looking at?
That bird.
No, you never look up to the birds. You don't know what's going to hit you in the eye.
No, it's not moving its wings at all. Just thriving in currents of air.
I need a spyglass to see it.
No, you don't. Look. There.
Yes.
Have you never wanted to do that? To spread your wings and just have faith that you won't fall?
Not until now. I always thought if I was ever going to fly, I'd have to do it with the aid of a machine. And so far, nobody has invented one.
So you're going to sit around and wait? Well, it's a good thing the world didn't sit around waiting for champagne to be invented. If you hadn't got drunk on it, I would have managed to beat you at cards. Oh, and I wouldn't be here now.
Well, you could have just asked, which is what you wanted.
No, that's not the way it works for ordinary mortals. You are the sugar prince.
That is just what they call me in the magazines. Do you think life is easy for me? Just because I'm wealthy?
I think it is easy because you are a man. You can choose what you do. You have opportunities.
And you don't?
Well, not many. I'm a girl, Gaston, and I'm not rich. I'll find something I can do, but you can pursue your passions. So, if you never get to fly, you only have yourself to blame.
I can't argue with that.
Really? You argue with most things. Now, time to go on the donkey ride. And no sitting on the sidelines laughing this time. I want to race.
All right, you can have a race.
If I win, what's my prize?
You won't win. And my prize will be to make you race again!
Where is Gigi? I sent her on a detour to buy some wine at Cashew. She'll be arriving in 5 minutes exactly as you asked.
In which case I will be succinct. Did her relationship with Gaston Lachai change in any way whilst you were in Trouville?
No, he still treats her exactly like a little sister.
Good. I didn't want any jumping of the gun.
What do you mean, Alicia?
Don't play the ingenue with me. It didn't suit you when you were 20. Now you are a grandmother. It makes you look absurd. A liaison with Gaston Lachai would launch Gigi to perfection. And the very last thing we needed was for love to cross his mind and be dismissed because the girl's too raw, too unready.
Alicia, Gaston? Oh no, Gaston. I see no sign that Gigi wants your way of life.
How could she not want it? Poverty is intolerable. Lack of independence is intolerable. You haven't watched her eyes light up when she's looking at my emerald. And she had spirit too, though you refuse to see it.
I do see it. And I have to let her grow up. I see that too. Besides, Gaston has just left for Monte Carlo for an extended stay.
Because he's ready to commit again. The signs are all there.
I know they are. And I know him better than you do. But he simply doesn't think of Gigi in that way.
And he never will unless we get emptiness. Think of the advantages to Gigi. Think of the worry she will never have. Think of the opportunity she will have, not to mention the...
Were you about to say jewels, Alicia?
Possibly.
Jewels don't matter to me, and I don't believe they would matter to Gigi. What does matter very much is her happiness, now and in the future. Alicia, I do know that Gaston is a very wonderful young man. If he were to take an interest in Gigi, I know I could trust him to treat her well. And I don't think this is a chance I can deny her.
All you have to do is send her to me daily. I can do the rest, I promise you.
I need you to promise me something else, Alicia.
At this precise moment, I'd be happy to promise you my liver.
Alicia, I need you to promise me that the instant Gigi says she does not want this, the entire enterprise must end.
She will want it. You have my word.
In which case, I will send her to you. And I will do all I can to assist.
That is the correct decision. You'll thank me for it one day, and so will she. Charles! Charles! See that my maid takes my card to the department store, then open the door to Mademoiselle, and fetch the coffee tray.
I bought the cashew. They didn't have violets, so...
Never mind those now. From this moment forward, it's work, work, work. Lessons, lessons, lessons.
Oh, why?
We will start with pouring coffee.
I'll stay right here.
You can't watch. You can't. I'm dreadful at pouring coffee. We tried it before.
And we're trying it again, and we will keep on trying until perfection is accomplished.
Madame?
The second best comes. Oh, very sensible.
Madame, allow me.
Now, Gigi, pick up the coffee pot with one hand. And pick up the saucer with the other. Always both. Never the coffee pot alone.
Like this, Aunt Alicia?
You must have a grip on the saucer that is firm, but not obviously so. The saucer should seem so much a part of your fingers that one would think it could only be removed by surgery. Now pour. Be sure the coffee pot is upright. Before you take the cup away, not a single drop must fall into the saucer.
Alicia, dear, I think if you spoke more calmly, her hands would not shake so.
And if you were not sitting there, she would not be so nervous. Now serve yourselves. And remember the firm grip!
We could always try tea.
Charles, take what remains of the coffee things away. Send in the kitchen maid with a mop. And open the door.
Yes, madame.
Now, Gigi, it is generally agreed that clothes make the woman, but far too often women make mistakes. You are not going to make mistakes because you will have the benefit of my taste, my expertise, and my account of the best store in Paris.
Come along.
Gigi, dear, you must just trust us.
Better still trust me. I will select the silks, the minks, the accessories. Now go to my boudoir and see that Gigi is correctly sized. Arms, neck, waist, bosom, every biological part must be measured. Every aspect of her primed. Let the creation commence. Thank heaven for little girls. Thank heaven for all, no matter where, no matter who. Without them, what would little boys do? Thank heaven. Thank heaven for little girls.
I'm finishing my work now. Come down and let me test you on your play settings. Oh, Gigi. You really do look beautiful.
Oh, beautiful enough to be excused from play settings?
No, Aunt Alicia will be vexed if you confuse the knives again.
You two don't give me a moment's peace.
No, we don't. But the important thing is that you have improved.
And I have, haven't I?
Oh, it's Gaston. He must have just returned from Monte Carlo.
Oh, I must put my shoes on. Well, I want him to see the whole outfit.
Gaston,
Mamita!
come and sit down. Your favorite chair looks so lonely in your absence.
I thought of it often. 5 weeks. It's a long time to be away.
Nevertheless, Monte Carlo has clearly raised your spirits.
Oh, Monte Carlo raises everybody's spirits. But while I was there, I went to see Santos Dumont, the aviator. And I financed some tests of his engine-powered balloon.
An engine-powered balloon! How very novel.
Well, the seagulls seem to find it most amusing. But guess what? There's going to be a competition to see who can be the first to circle the Eiffel Tower in a flying machine. And I am going to sponsor Santos Dumont.
Gigi will be enthralled.
She was the one who put the idea in my head. She told me I should pursue my passions. Bless the girl, she was right.
Welcome back, Gaston. Look, Grandmama has finally relented.
I bought you some peanut chocolates.
Oh, thank you. What do you think?
I think it's not like anything I've seen you wear before.
4 yards material in the skirt alone, and the collar so high it's stiffened with whalebone. Oh, don't I just look like a fashion plate?
Oh, no, you don't. You look like an organ grinder's monkey. That collar, it's ridiculous. It makes you look like a giraffe with a goiter.
This collar is the height of fashion.
It's the height of the Eiffel Tower.
You know, with all the talk there is about you, Gaston, I've never heard it said that you had any taste in clothes.
Gigi! How dare you speak to Gaston like that? Apologize at once.
Go on. You heard your grandmother.
Why should I apologize? This is a beautiful dress, and if you can't see that, well, you aren't as sophisticated as you seem to think.
I am not putting up with your insolence for a moment
frankly,
longer.
I can say the same to you. I bet baker's boys with better manners.
I've had enough.
Enough of what? Being told the truth about yourself?
You can't even take the truth about your dress.
I don't know what's got into
Good night, Mamita. Not even bothering to say goodnight to
Don't
you.
over there, and don't forget your chocolates. I won't be able to swallow them because of this terrible goiter.
Did you hear that?
Gigi, just when we made you into an elegant young lady.
If you've made me into an elegant young lady, then you should speak to me as though I am one. And really, so should you.
I really am going now.
I'm sorry, do you need a drum roll?
Gaston, please don't let her upset you.
I'm not upset, and I'm angry. She's a snip! Just a snip! Making triple childish noise, having fun with all her toys. Just a chickadee who needs her mother hen. She's a cup, a papoose. You can never turn her loose. She's too infantile. Take her from her pen. Of course, that weekend in Treville, in spite of all her youthful zeal, she was exceedingly polite, and on the whole a sheer delight. And if it wasn't joy galore, at least not once was she a bore that I recall. No, not at all. She's a girl! A silly girl! Adolescent to her toes. Good heaven, how it shows the sticky thumbs for all the fingers she has given. She's a girl, a clumsy girl. She's as swollen as a grape. She doesn't have a shape where her figure ought to be. It is not. She's a girl, a growing girl, but so backward for her years. If a boy her age appears, I'd be certain he would never call again. She's a scamp and a brat, doesn't know where she is at, unequipped and undesirable to men. Of course, I must in truth confess that in that brand new little dress she looked surprisingly mature and had a definite allure. It was a shock, in fact, to me, the most amazing shock to see the way love. On one so young. She's a girl. A little girl. Growing older, it is true. Which is what they always do. Till that unexpected hour when they blossom like a flower. There's sweeter music when she speaks. Isn't there a different bloom about her cheek? Isn't there? Could I be wrong? Could it be so? Oh, where did Gigi go? Gigi, am I a fool without a mind? Or have I merely been too blind to realize? Gigi, why you've been growing up before my eyes. You're not at all the funny, awkward little girl I knew. Oh no, overnight there's been a breathless change in you. Oh, Gigi, while you were trembling on the brink, was I out yonder somewhere blinking at a star? Oh, Gigi, have I been standing up too close or back too far? When did your sparkle turn to fire and your warmth become desire? Oh, what miracle has made you the way you are? You see? Your sparkle turn to fire and your warmth become desire. Oh, what miracle has made you the way you I hadn't gone far. May I speak to Gigi?
By all means.
Gigi? I have decided your new dress may not be as bad as all that. I thought I ought to have another look. And I was completely wrong. You look absolutely beautiful. So, to prove I mean that, I'll take you out for a drive, dressed just like that. And we will have tea in the reservoir in Versailles.
Oh.
Would you like that?
I'd adore it.
Nevertheless, you're not going. Gigi, go to your room, please.
Go to my room?
Something I must discuss with Gaston, and it will be easier for all three of us if you are not here. Please sit down, Gaston.
Gigi is no longer a child. She doesn't look like one. She doesn't think like one. She's become a young woman.
I know, Mamita. And if I didn't see that before today, I do now.
And if that is the case, you must also know that if you take her to tea at the reservoir, she will be the talk of Paris.
Do you think I would expose someone? Someone who has been so dear to me, a family friend, to unwanted attention?
Gaston. You looked at Gigi differently today.
Did I? I did. But she changed while I was away. Or maybe I changed. But nothing is as it was. Mamita, if Gigi was anyone else, I would come to you for advice. I would sit in this chair, and I would listen to everything you had to say.
What I have to say is this. Gigi will only be entrusted to a gentleman. A gentleman who will say, I will take care of her. I will ensure that my love does not ruin her, but leaves her life enriched.
I see.
I believe you do, Gaston.
Yeah, but we are talking about Gigi.
Yes, we are. But I'm sure you'll agree when I say that our friendship means you must approach this situation with more care, not less.
Yes.
Therefore, if your feelings for my granddaughter have altered, then you know the course of action you must follow.
I suppose you mean this is the point where I should mention lawyers and hand over their card.
When a girl marries, she consults a priest. And when she does not marry, she confers with lawyers. Or at least the people who care about her do.
I want to do this properly, Mamita, with care, discretion, and elegance.
I truly believe you mean that, and I will talk to my sister.
Will you talk to me, too?
Of course. Not everything has to change, Gaston.
Thank you, Mamita.
Gigi.
May I mouth now?
Yes, you may. Indeed, you must.
Your hands are shaking.
I'm sorry, Gigi. I waited a long time for you to grow, and now it's happening. I sometimes make mistakes. I need to be sure I'm not making a mistake now.
What's wrong, Grandmama? Do you want me to make you some chamomile tea?
No, dear. I want you to listen. Something has happened that will mean great changes lie ahead for all of us.
Now remember, Charles, they are lawyers, not guests. They're not permitted to sit on the upholstered chairs and are not to be offered anything stronger than water.
Perrier or tap, madame?
On second thought, neither. This will go a lot faster if they're dehydrated. Now go to my pen, kept close to hand. There will come a point in the proceedings where I must draw it like a sword.
Good afternoon, Alicia.
Glad you got here before they did. Now tell me exactly what Gaston said when you went to see him last night.
He assured me that Gigi would be cherished as no girl has ever been cherished before.
Well, it's all right, but it's a bit vague. It always is. No one ever knows how long a love will last.
No, they don't.
Which is why we need to secure as much for Gigi as we can. Gaston will not take care of her forever. She needs to be able to take care of herself. Charles!
You may admit them I am ready.
We have been designated by Gaston Albert Philippe the Shy to notify you of his passion for your niece. And further, without her evident companionship, our client feels his happiness will cease. So in the customary gentlemanly fashion, we have been authorized to implement his passion, as this document confirms.
Yes, of course. Let's hear the terms. I like the horse before the cart, which means the course before the art.
Madame, this is a document of love, the tender declaration of a man whose aim is spreading sunshine, nothing more. A contract with the most generous conditions he has ever offered anyone before. Such are his feelings for your niece that he's provided for her as Louis for Dubarry in Versailles, a paradise where romance blooms.
How many baths? How many rooms?
She'll view a lovely world explore.
You had better not be no. Alicia, it's simpler to imagine Wonderland if you have a little floor plan in your hand.
It's all we need.
Then you begin.
Monsieur will pledge to Mademoiselle a flat of choice in which to dwell, a top-strong hall where love may thrive, the rooms of which will number 5. The flat superbly decorated, in perfect taste and understated. All this to her Monsieur will give, as long as their romance may live.
Indeed.
Indeed. And when romance expired, how much has she got?
Alicia, hold your tongue. He's offered quite a lot.
There is one thing I am firm in. What is given her is permanent, whether love endures or not.
Alicia, please. You don't know Gaston is not meaning him. Alicia, please. Decency is all I've ever seen in him. It's just a question of how much money he will like.
All this garbage dragging up upholstery. Madame, please try. Being a majesty can be so unsturdy. Sit down and speak your mind.
Little softer too.
I have my pen in hand. Madame, it waits on you.
Seven rooms.
7 rooms.
Not including the staff and chauffeur. 7 rooms. 7 rooms.
document, sir. Signed, sealed, and delivered. With my compliments.
No, there was no difficulty over terms. No concern that I was doing anything less than my best for her.
Everything I put before them, they accepted graciously and without argument.
That's good. If you're content with it, I'm content with it. Are Gigi and her family happy?
Ecstatic.
Good evening, Gigi.
Hello, Gaston.
I assumed Mamita would be here.
She's in my bedroom with Aunt Alicia, making lists. I told them I wanted to speak to you alone.
I see. These are for you.
Thank you, Gaston.
What's the matter, Gigi?
Nothing. These flowers are beautiful.
I'm going to give you so much more than flowers, Gigi. I'm going to take such care of you.
Gaston, I do know what to take care of me means. It means that you will take me away from my home and that I should sleep in your bed.
Please, Gigi, don't embarrass me.
Well, you weren't embarrassed to talk to Grandmama about it, and Grandmama wasn't embarrassed to talk to me about it.
No.
I also know that taking care of me means my picture will be everywhere. When you shower me with jewels, it will be in the papers. When we have a fight, it will be in the papers. And when you throw me over once and for all, as you did Leanne,
You've just been filling your head with all these stories.
Then you go off and find another lady, and I go and get into another man's bed.
And you don't want to.
No, I don't want to. I'm not changeable, Gaston. Life as your mistress just won't do for me. Grandma and Aunt Alicia are on your side, but I'm entitled to an opinion too.
Gigi, are you trying to find a way to tell me that you don't like me?
Of course I like you, but why did you have to draw up a contract? I mean, why couldn't we go on as we are, perhaps just seeing each other more often? You could bring me peanut chocolates and champagne on my birthday. Oh, and on Sunday we'll have an extra special game of cards.
Gigi.
Now, wouldn't that be a nice little night?
A wonderful little life, Gigi, but I want more than that. More of you, because I love you.
You love me? Gaston, how can you say that you love me and want to drag me into a life that will make me suffer?
In what way would you suffer?
Well, every moment with you would be agony, because I'd always be waiting for your love to end. What's wrong? What's happened?
She doesn't want to.
She doesn't want to.
Gigi, are you out of your mind?
As God is my witness, I explained everything to
You explained too much and not enough! Did you tell her nothing of generosity or tenderness? They matter too. Or have you never heard of them?
Such stupidity is without equal in the entire history of human relations. It must be your fault. What did you say to her? Did you tell her about moonlight, passion, travel, Italy?
I couldn't. I never went further than the Riviera.
You could have made something up. Something about forgetting everything in the arms of a man who adores you, listening to the violins of love in an eternal spring.
And what about when the eternal spring is over?
Who asked for your opinion?
No one. No one at all.
Alicia, we should listen to what Gigi has to say.
Haven't you thought of the dozen sensational beauties poised to jump into your shoes?
So if a dozen sensational beauties want him, they can have him. One after the other, for all I care.
You will find that is generally the way.
Well, it's not my way.
Evidently, since you drove the most eligible man in Paris from your door, couldn't you have even tried to love him?
I don't have to try, Aunt Alicia. Because I already do.
In which case, I can't force her to become his mistress.
You were always a fool. Your daughter was a bigger fool, and Gigi is the most triumphant idiot of the clan.
Gigi? Gigi?
bothering me, Madame Avarez. Although, if you'll forgive me, I don't like to see you looking so upset.
I'm sorry. My nerves are absolutely shattered.
Might they be soothed by a little glass of burgundy?
They might be soothed by a large one. Thank you, Monsieur Le Chat.
Oh, please. Won't you call me Honoré again?
Yes, if you will call me Inez. So, you heard what came to pass between Gigi and Gaston?
Oh, yes, I heard.
I came to see you because I hoped we might work out a way to help them. I've never seen either of them so unhappy.
Gaston has never been refused before. He'll learn. It will happen again one day, and when he least expects it. With me, one casual bit of grazing in another pasture, and the gate was slammed behind me.
Please, Honoré, this isn't about what passed between us. That page has turned.
Has it, Inez?
Would I be here if it hadn't? I can't bear a grudge forever, and I was told we can try.
Inez, if I could turn back the clock, I would behave completely differently.
Dear Honoré, so would I. I don't want Gigi or Gaston to live a life filled with regrets, but now they have quarreled, there seems no easy way ahead.
Is your granddaughter as distraught as my nephew?
Oh yes, if not more so.
Young people make mistakes, Inez. That is their tragedy.
And we're powerless to stop them. That's ours. Poor girl. Poor girl! Downhearted and depressed and in a spin.
Poor boy. Poor boy. All youth can really do a fellow in. How lovely to sit here in the shade with none of the woes of man and maid. I'm glad I'm not young anymore. The rivals that don't exist at all.
The feeling you're only too big to talk. I'm glad that I'm not young anymore.
No more confusion. No morning actor surprise. No self-delusion that when you're telling those lies,
She isn't wise. The tiny remark that tortures you.
the fear that your friends won't like her too.
I'm glad
I'm not young anymore.
Longing to end a stale affair until you find out he doesn't care.
I'm glad that I'm not young anymore. No more frustration. No star-crossed lover am I. No aggravation.
Just one reluctant reply. Thank you. Goodbye.
Even if love comes through the door, the kind that goes on forevermore.
Forevermore is shorter than the
wanting to write, yes, wanting. I've been thinking, it's all I've been doing today. What matters to me is you force me to see something buried inside. I can no longer hide in this wide, wide world. Must be home, so many girls better for you than I. In this wide, wide world, there is someone who, before I feel for you, someone who's more your world, who can love and still not hold you high, who can live your life and give your life the things I can't provide. And if you find her, I'll die. So I'm writing today, writing to say, after reflecting and pondering and thinking about you, I would rather be miserable with you than without you.
The girl deserves a medal. That letter was a masterstroke. Gaston Lachine is more in her thrall than ever. And if there's one thing better than a besotted man, it's a tortured one.
Gigi wasn't playing games when she wrote to Gaston. She was absolutely sincere.
Yes, she was. And so clever. Make him wait for almost a week. I think she's showing signs of style.
But Alicia,
Nevertheless, I have told her, and under no circumstances may she order cold lobster. She is not competent in the larger crustaceans.
did you warn her off spinach? She doesn't want it in her tea.
Gaston is taking her to Maxine's. They don't serve spinach. And we must hope he does not ask for coffee after dinner.
As it happens, Gigi and I went through coffee again this morning.
And
Her hands didn't shake at all.
Gigi is like me, poised under pressure, but graceful under fire.
I hope you're right.
Will you help me?
Oh, Gigi. You look almost like a bride.
Say a prayer for me tonight.
Come, sister, don't start moping. We've done everything for her that we possibly can.
Yes, and now she's going beyond us.
That's what little girls do. You raised her well, Inez. You really did.
You never said that before.
unsentimental.
Once in a while, I slip.
Let us not be morbid. I can't keep my carriage waiting any longer. I shall expect you at my apartment at noon tomorrow.
We can look at the newspapers together.
Of course.
Say a prayer for her tonight. She'll need every prayer that we can stand to get her by. Please say a prayer, and while we're praying, keep on saying she's much too young to die. Whispers my heart, pray she'll be Wellington, not Bonaparte. Oh, say a prayer for her this evening. Bow your heads and please stay on your knees. Once I held her in my arms, I pledged all my love, begged God above to light her way. Shield her love, don't let her falter. Years don't alter the help she'll need each day. She'll need such tenderness, trembling there. She'll need so tenderness, she'll need my care. Oh, say a prayer for me this evening. Bow your heads and please stay on your knees
Princess on the shine, with his latest spell, she should keep him busy for a spell. Isn't she a dream? Isn't she a dear? How delicious that the eye is here. Princess on the shine, princess on the shine, with the latest apple of his eye. Where could she be from? Don't you know her name? She's a great addition to the game. See her dressed in white, eyes are bright and wide. How long will she be at Gaston's side? Is it a romance, or is it just a fling? She must be a clever little thing. Gaston, do people always stare like this?
Unfortunately, yes, but you'll get used to it. Now, Gigi, it's time for champagne.
You're trying to read the label on the bottle.
Let's save them the trouble, shall we? It's the Berkeley Call 94. Spain for its mimosa notes.
It's quite all right. Well, the mimosa notes are still coming through loud and clear.
Right, in the spring, I'll take you to the Riviera, when the real mimosa's in full bloom. You can watch the flying machines run. What?
Just seen Leanne.
Leanne?
Behind you. She's wearing black pearls. I wonder if they're dipped. Oh, and now I feel bad because she's smiling at me.
So don't look at her.
What's this?
It's a present for you.
Leanne's not smiling
Stop
anymore.
looking at Leanne. Open up your present. I so hope you like it.
Oh, Gaston! It's exquisite! Only the very best emeralds contain that miracle of elusive blue.
Gigi, come here. There, now sit back. Relax. Let's pretend it's just the two of us.
Gaston, Gigi, I have to say your family has produced some very special women, and you may be the most delightful one of all.
I'm glad you approve.
I have always said we ought to have more love affairs.
Gaston, I'd like to leave.
Do you know what? So would I.
Oh, whatever is the matter with you?
My uncle's the matter. Maxine's is the matter. And I'm the matter too, Gigi. I should have never brought you there.
Why not? You take every other girl there.
Exactly. And you are not every other girl.
But I am now. That was what the contract was about. Wasn't it?
You said you'd rather be miserable with me than without
I
me.
meant it when I said it. But tonight was just miserable.
Oh, it wasn't it. I really believed we could be happy together, Gigi.
For a little while.
No, maybe for a long while.
It still would have been temporary and untruthful too. Gaston, I could never be happy if I couldn't be myself. And if all this is what you want, I'm going to have to walk away now because I'm not the one for you. Will you help me with the class? No, I don't want to talk about it anymore. It doesn't matter now.
Gigi, listen, please. What matters to me is you forced me to see something buried inside I could no longer hide. In your wide eyes, I can now see every answer I was longing for. In your wise words, I hear someone who has been longing to, someone who's hoping for a tender hand, devoted and sincere, to be friends for life, depend for life, honest and true. Yes, I found this with you, my dear. This is our wide world, that will live and cannot soar so high. We'll take wing on love and sting on love like birds forever. And I'll love you till I die. I want to spend my life with you, Gigi.
All of it?
All of it. Always. Will you marry me?
Gigi and Gaston are to be married. No one ever really knows what happens in the heart. Why one love changes everything that went before. And that is the way of each new generation. They see rules and they have to break them. A nicely ordered life and they must turn it upside down. But Times change. The world turns. Without progress, where would we be?
Where we